Hi, and welcome back to another video by Digital Dump. Today we're going to be talking about accessibility and SEO and how to audit a website. So today I'll be auditing the website of a Penn State student organization that I have proudly dedicated over 3 years to. It's called Engineering Consulting Collaborative. And I'm going to be using web.dev, which is powered by an open source called Lighthouse, and Wave to analyze the accessibility, SEO, and performance of this website. So accessibility, or A11T as we can call it, is essentially providing and supporting access to the web and technologies regardless of ability, connection quality, device capabilities, or human capabilities. So it's about universal design, ensuring that your website is anyone and everyone can use it despite the number of constraints that may exist. Minimizing the hurdles that minimizing the hurdles to make the most out of your website. Now, search engine optimization, or SEO, is the discoverability of a website. So this is based on how high it would rank in a search engine like Google or Bing or Yahoo. And it also plays a key role in how often it shows up on social media feeds. So having good SEO really means that more people and more traffic will be coming to your website, which is, of course, what everybody wants. Why do you have your website online if you don't want people coming on it, right? So coming back to Engineering Consulting Collaborative's website, I put it into web.dev over here, and it came up that it had low performance, great accessibility, and medium best practices and SEO. So let's look at what's wrong with the performance here. As you can see, it just takes a really long time, essentially, for the website to come up, right? There's render blocking resources. You can see that this is going to a million third-party resources and having to get information from multiple places. So this would require us to edit and rethink our JavaScript and CSS, so we can eliminate render blocking resources. There's also exists unused JavaScript. So if we remove this, it can reduce the bytes consumed by network activity and potentially save us multiple KIBs. And another thing would be to reduce initial server response time, and this can be done as this is something that I would have to talk to my tech advisor about and how we can reduce this. Now, another really interesting thing to improve performance was the format of images. Currently, our images are in PNG or JPEG, but if it's a compressed file such as JPEG 2000, it's better for downloading and there's less data consumption and would greatly improve the performance of our website. So ensuring text remains visible, reducing the impact of third-party code. I think this is one of the most important. Image elements do not have explicit width and height. Minimizing main thread, reducing JavaScript execution time, avoid large layout shifts. All of these are things that would improve performance. I think accessibility is really good here. The main issue that would be mentioned is contrast, which also came up in this Wave report, actually. Over here, you can see that this little bubble says that there's very low contrast between this gray and the white background. And similarly, over here, the white and the blue, or maybe because the gray here, the contrast isn't high enough. So that's one thing that's important for accessibility. Another thing is the right use of tables and lists, which again is mentioned here, where there's a layout table present here, there's layout tables here, layout tables here, a lot of layout tables which haven't been perfectly aligned and made the best use of. Another important thing that came up in this Wave was that we have 5 images which have the exact same